So there's a lot of different editions of William Bradford's writings of Plymouth Plantation, history of Plymouth Plantation, and there's so many different editions. I just want to kind of read some more excerpts from his writing so that you guys can get just a better understanding of the type of leader and the type of mayor and the type of develop. Yeah, I guess I would say developer, like a city developer as he was, just to kind of give you guys a better understanding. So he said, all great and honorable actions are accompanied with great difficulties and must be both enterprised and overcome with answerable courages. The dangers were great, but not desperate. The difficulties were many, but not invincible. All of them, through the help of God, by fortitude and patience, might either be borne or overcome. So, as you can hear from that, he was just a great leader, and that probably is a lot of the reason why you didn't really hear a lot of complaints about his leadership and his time as a mayor, just because he was so such a role model to all the people and such a leader that it was just easy to follow him. And honestly, people just didn't really question, his plan for Plymouth and like the founding of America. So it was really easy to follow him. Um, Another excerpt from his writing says, thus out of small beginnings greater things have been produced by his hand that made all things of nothing, and gives being to all things that are, and as one small candle may light 1,000, so the light here kindled hath shone unto many, ye in some sort to our whole nation. Let the glorious name of Jehovah have all the praise. And this kind of gives you guys a better understanding of where he stood on his religious beliefs and how he wanted Plymouth to kind of take over that, and stand behind him in those beliefs and kind of set the religious movement in that time for Plymouth. So um, another piece of his writing that I want to share with you guys, he said in the Plymouth Plantation writing, he says, may not and ought not the children of these fathers rightly say, our fathers were Englishmen which came over this great ocean and were ready to perish in this wilderness, but they cried unto the Lord, and he heard their voice, and he looked on their adversity, and let them therefore praise the Lord, because he is good and his mercies endure forever. Uh, and I thought that was a pretty powerful message there when he's talking about how much of a sacrifice it was for them to actually come over and come to this unknown land and start a new world, basically, because they had these different views and wanted to be able to pursue those, and the sacrifices that they went through to get that were just unimaginable. I told you about how his wife fell overboard on the trip and she ended up drowning. The harsh winters that they endured in Plymouth and during the trip, and so many people died, and he left his son back in Europe to make this journey and to start this new world for people. He knew it was not just about him. This was a big picture thing, and he knew it was going to be something that would be in the history books. So it was worth the sacrifice. And I just think that goes to show the great type of leader that William Bradford was, and that is a major reason why I wanted to cover him and his story, as we go over what we're talking about in class. I just think that he's definitely somebody that we should know about and that we should study and even take. He's such a role model. I think we can all learn things from him. So I think he's a good character to study. And so that's my presentation. Thanks, guys.